back into late 1960s London, a time when rock music was exploding everywhere. Inside a small room at Imperial College, London, two young guys, Brian May and Roger Taylor, were trying to chase a big dream. Back then, they played in a band called Smile. Their shows were small, the pay was tiny, and half the time they carried their own gear just to get on stage. Classic early band struggle vibes. One night in 1969, Smile played a gig in a cramped London club. Packed among the sweaty crowd was a young art student with a bold style, a bright smile, and a natural flair for drama. Farouk Bulsara, though the world would later know him as Freddie Mercury. After the show, Freddie walked right up to Brian and Roger and said, "You guys are good, but you could be more theatrical." That was Freddie. Vision first, stage later. Soon after, Smile's vocalist left the band, and Freddie jumped in without hesitation. He didn't just bring his voice, he brought ideas, confidence, and this unstoppable creative energy. He even suggested a new name, Queen. At first, the others weren't sure, but Freddie said, "It sounds powerful, it sounds universal." And honestly, he was right. In 1971, the lineup became complete when John Deacon, a quiet but brilliant bass player, joined the band. And that was it. Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John. The classic Queen lineup that would stay together through all their greatest moments. They started recording their debut album at Trident Studios in London in 1972. It was the same studio used by David Bowie and Elton John, but because Queen were the new kids, they only got the late night slot, sometimes starting at 2 a.m. when everyone else had gone home. But those long nights shaped their sound, huge vocal harmonies, layered guitars, and Freddie's theatrical flair that no one had heard before. Their first album, Queen, came out in 1973. It wasn't a massive hit yet, but it got people talking. Then Queen 2 dropped in 1974, and they started touring across the UK. Everything changed when Killer Queen from the album Sheer Heart Attack exploded on the radio. Suddenly, Queen wasn't just another rock band. They were becoming a serious international force. But their real breakthrough came in 1975. In a quiet countryside studio called Rockfield Studios in Wales, surrounded by fields and far from city noise, Queen built one of the most ambitious songs in rock history. A 6-minute track with opera, hard rock, layered vocals, and zero chorus. Record labels hated it. Too long, too weird, too impossible to play on radio. But Freddie refused to cut it down. That song, of course, was Bohemian Rhapsody. When it was finally released in late October 1975, the world stopped and listened. The groundbreaking music video aired on Top of the Pops, and the song dominated the UK charts for 9 straight weeks, something unheard of at the time. Overnight, Queen went from rising stars to global icons. From there, it was a rocket. Tours across Japan, America, Europe, South America, sold-out arenas everywhere. And then came their most legendary moment, Live Aid, Wembley Stadium, 1985. In a 20-minute set, Queen, especially Freddie, turned 72,000 people into one giant choir. Millions watching on TV said the same thing. Live Aid belonged to Queen. From tiny London clubs to world stages, from late-night recording sessions to stadium anthems, Queen's journey is the story of 4 very different people united by one huge, impossible dream. To make music that didn't just sound loud, but felt alive. And they did exactly that.